It seems weird, your head is triangle, like a mango, something I snack on.
Medium rare beef here, Meat Boy, with a warm red center. You see the text. Another absolute meat lock. We got Tom Aspinall taking on Sergei Pavlovich, and it's for the interim UFC heavyweight champion. We know the story, right? 3 weeks ago, John Jones is supposed to be fighting Stipe, supposed to be headlining MSG for essentially the greatest heavyweight of all time title, but John Jones suffers the injury. Stipe's out on the other end, so they got to fill the spot, and Tom Aspinall and Sergei Pavlovich are the ones to do it, and it's pick'em value, but we see a Tom Aspin lock in this one because the guy is 6-1 over on the UFC. The only loss was that freak TKO knee injury loss to Curtis Blades. Is 15 seconds into a main event opportunity in London at the O2, and definitely a bummer of an ending for sure, but just a bad step, bad luck, and everything else has been Tom Aspin lock, and we've been all over Tom Aspinall since the beginning. Every time this guy fights, he gets first round finishes, unless you're Andrei Arlovsky and somehow survive and make it to the second, but the outcome is the same, right? Aspinall's faster, he's more well-rounded, and he's picking up a performance of the night bonus at the end of the night. The story has been the same. So against Sergei Pavlovich, we anticipate nothing different, and that's obviously no disrespect to Sergei because this dude is obviously on an absolute tear as well. He's 18-1, more than deserving enough to be the opponent for this interim strap, and this is a guy who's picks up no shortage of performance of the night bonuses as well. Curtis Blades, first round finish, performance of the night bonus. Tai Tuivasa, first round finish, performance of the night bonus. Same thing for Shamil Abubakinov. Same thing for Marcelo Gomes. So Sergei Pavlovich is a guy with thunderous punches. Tom Aspinall called him the most dangerous guy in the division, and his only loss was to Alistair Overeem. And while yes, it was back in 2018, that was kind of a drubbing. It was an absolute mauling. Overeem, start to finish, smoked Sergei Pavlovich. So even though we haven't seen Sergei get smoked recently, you and I kind of think that Sergei versus Overeem fight might look something similar to what Aspinall versus Sergei looks like on Saturday. So what are your thoughts on this one, Meat Boy? What do you love about Tom Aspinall in this one, and why do you think he's the absolute meat lock against Sergei?
Yeah, this is definitely a lock nonetheless. This is an Aspen lock, I guess you could call it. And, I mean, do I need to really even say much? I mean, Tom's faster, smarter, stronger. I mean, he's gonna be the bigger guy, better reach. He's just so freaking fast, and reach on the legs. I guess on the arms, not so much, but yeah, Tom's just gonna be so much bigger. So yeah, I'm really excited for Tom to absolutely ragdoll Sergey. We've never seen Sergey tested on the ground, and one thing's for sure is Tom Aspinall is no joke when it comes to the ground game. So I think this is gonna be a long night, a big exposure for Sergey, and it's gonna show why Tom Aspinall is truly the new wave and the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the new wave. He's the GOAT. And at 30 years old, you feel like he's just touching his prime, maybe not even quite there yet. And while, yes, you can say the same thing for Sergey, the dude is only 31 himself. We just don't think that Sergey is as well rounded as Tom Aspinall because on the feet, Tom should have the speed advantage. And while, yes, Sergey might punch a little bit harder, if Tom is using that lateral footwork and is as elusive as he has been against all of his opponents thus far, then it's going to be tough for Pavlovich to land those heavy meat bombs that he's been landing on everyone. And what Sergey likes to do is really pressure you, right, kind of corner you. But Tom Aspinall's movement is just a little bit too quick and is much different from any other heavyweight fighter. So that should pay dividends in this one. And you mentioned the leg reach. Tom Aspinall obviously has some impressive kicks to go with those punches of his. And Pavlovich has that sort of Vitruvian man, YOLO arm reach, 84-inch reach, which is pretty crazy. So there's obviously a world where he can crack Tom Aspinall, but we just see Aspinall being too well-rounded. So if this fight gets a little bit sketchy on the feet, Aspinall has the takedowns, he has the control, has the jiu-jitsu, has just every single tool that he will need to pick up a win against Sergey, whether it's by a first-round finish or a 3-round, 4-round, maybe even 5-round drag him out affair. Because last week we saw Jailton Almeida go the distance with the Black Beast, and obviously no one saw that one coming too. So maybe this fight goes a little bit longer than we think, but nonetheless, Meat Boy, Aspinall is obviously the meat lock. Should get us our 87th overall. Last week was a push. Renat Lockradinov was a lock until suddenly it wasn't, but nonetheless, we'll be throwing down 366 to net an easy 300. Keep us well within the green, get us that 87th overall, and Tom Aspinall at pick'em value. I don't think we're going to see this again, Meat Boys, so it's time for us to capitalize. Any last thoughts?
No, definitely capitalizing. These are absolutely juicy odds. We will never see these odds again. I'm very excited for another meat lock once again. So smash that meat subscribe. Let us know in the comments. Are you riding with the meat or are you fading the meat?
Sorry, Aspinall! Aspinall!